I feel it's continuously changing, and I feel that's always going to be how it is, you know. And it needs to. And I like the fact that I don't know what's going to be the next new trend. I like the fact that it's going to surprise me.
Yeah, every song since is, it's been a reflection of my life, where I am in my life at that point, and where I'm right now in my life is ooh ooh.
Ooh, ooh. Hey, this is Ileana.
Hey, this is Qaran.
And you're watching us on
PeepingMoon.com.
Hi guys, this is Ankita. You're tuned into PeepingMoon.com, and today we are here to discuss a feeling of sorts, because Qaran and Ileana D'Cruz are going to actually start with my very first question. How are we going to pronounce this song? I'm hitting the ball right in your side.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna hit it right back, and I'd love to see. I just want to see how you think it sounds.
Okay, I go.
Go for it.
No.
Do it.
There you go.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
First try too. I gotta give you full.
But what actually got you to select this particular name for the song? It's very unusual. Normally we have very typical names, as you call them, Naina, Nazri and stuff like that.
I didn't select the name. I just, chose to be a part of it. But what made you feel like?
It's
ooh,
like
ooh.
I was in a really ooh ooh kind of mood that day, right? So I woke up, I go into my studio, I had a cup of coffee, and I was just like, ooh ooh, And literally I was like, hey, this is gonna be my next big song. But really, when I went down to I played on the piano, and it's very emotional. I was like, ooh ooh, it was all very and then I was like, okay, now I have to make this into a word, and I'm like, I don't need to make it into a word because it's a vibe already, right? And then it's just that's kind of how it started.
How did you decide, Ileana, that you have to come on board for this feeling of sorts?
So it was pretty simplistic. I was told that there's a song and they would like me to be a part of it, and it was with Qaran, and I was like, I really like his music, I like his style, I think it'd be really good to collaborate with him, and I'm like, I really, really hope I like the song, because if I don't, it'll just be a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. I went, ooh, so this is nice.
And you got it right again, the feeling.
Pretty much. It was literally the feeling, and I swear to you, I forget how to do these plugins, when you're promoting something, but genuinely, I say ooh so much that I don't realize he got it right. Pretty much.
You got the right person also, I should say.
Exactly. And that's one of the main questions is how come Ileana for this? Because she is the human embodiment of that emotion.
The vibe that you're talking
the
about.
vibe
I get that,
of
because after seeing the song, I can say I have seen the song by
and when you see her in the video, she looks so gorgeous. You're like, ooh, right? And there you go.
I think we have too many connotations going on. But on a happier note, the song is this happy vibe. We need a couple of happy songs around there. Too many heartbreaks happening. Yeah, so it was that one of the key reasons that you wanted to keep the entire vibe, the color palette of the song, and for that matter, bright and this low key chill scenes going on kind of thing. I got that kind of vibe with the song. That was all deliberate.
That's exactly it. It's just we keep touching wood, but the fact is I feel like we're finally returning to a state of relative normalcy in the world.
Yep.
Touch wood.
Yeah.
Touch wood, right? The fact is things are finally going back. It's been a dark 2 years. We've tried to make the best out of it, but it's been a tough last 2 years. But I feel like we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And I feel like we need a song. We need something to celebrate it with. And I feel like Ooo Ooo does just that, right? Because when the news came out the other day that the mandates are going off, I was like, ooh.
That's the best time.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Ileana, is this second music single video?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
I think the first one was Atif.
Yeah, I think so.
What took you so long? That's a pretty long break. I think you took
a
couple of 4-5 years, I guess. I remember.
Because again, I feel it's like I said. I mean, I like to work with people, and especially when it comes to doing a music video, I'd like to be a part of it if I actually like it. I have gotten offers before, but I just probably didn't resonate with it as much. I didn't see the point in me actually being a part of it, because it's one-off. For me, it's not a film. It's not a huge character.
And now they're a big time back. Music videos are finally what they were in 90s. The cool craze is Finally hitting the
We're
turf
getting
back.
back to like maybe good original music.
Yes,
Finally.
finally.
So yeah. So I mean, when I heard this, I just thought it was such a fun song. It was really cool. It had a lovely vibe to it, a lovely sort of groove to it, and I could see myself really enjoying it. And I said, yeah, I'd love to be associated with it.
If I have to ask you, what's your music jam? Like,
It really varies. I have very, very diverse moods.
as of now, right now, what's the music jam in your head?
Right now, I want to be in my balcony, just like chilling, listening to something very chill, and jumping back onto the Ooo Ooo train a little later. But just, vibing out and relaxing.
And what about you? What's, if I have to ask you about music, what should be the word describing Qaran? Because frankly, my introduction to your music came from Tarifa. I mean that you don't need introduction for that song. Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, whatever. But on a serious note, did you ever think that you'll be able to top that one particular number? Because it became rage out of nowhere, I should not be saying, but it just became the rage, talk of the town.
That becomes tricky, right?
It is, it's like I'll draw a parallel. It's like when you watch cricket, right? And the batsman comes out there on the first ball, he hits a 6. That's great. That feels amazing. But everything he's going to do after that is going to be relative to that first 6. That being said, right, with music, I feel like a good artist, their music is a reflection of themselves. At that time, like I've mentioned this before in interviews, is that song was about one of my breakups when I just moved to India, and every song since is yeah, people don't know that. Every song since is
Listen,
literally.
if that's what you're creating in breakup, I think I should be listening to you when you are not breaking up with your girlfriend for sure.
But yeah, every song since is, it's been a reflection of my life, where I am in my life at that point, and where I'm right now in my life is Ooo Ooo.
Ooh.
So taking the last question with you two on this one, if like in today's music scenario, how do you see this change and shift? Because I'm asking you, Ileana, because you have done the music of all types. You've been part of cinema, varied languages, be the songs which we call them cinematic songs, and then we have the album tracks. How do you see the music being placed today? Because we are going through some certain kind of change shift, that's for sure. People are coming back to the proper original tracks as we were just discussing, the basic beats. How do you see the music placed today?
I feel it's continuously changing, and I feel that's always going to be how it is, and it needs to. And I like the fact that I don't know what's going to be the next new trend. I like the fact that it's going to surprise me. But I also like that there's a space for everybody when it comes to music. There's something for everyone, and I'm excited. I mean, music has always been such a huge, important part of my life, and it's something that I cannot imagine living without. I feel like more than films, it's music for me. So yeah, I'm just excited that there's new stuff coming out there, and I'm most excited about original music coming out. I feel like this is such a fresh sort of. I think you chose the perfect time to come out with this song. I really think it's got such a happy, fresh, happy
vibe.
vibe about it.
Vibe about
But
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So as we started the interview, we are closing it with the same line that oh, I think it's not the oops ooh, it's like really it's the vibe.
Ask him that question because he knows more about music than I
I was
do.
just coming to that. I'm going to take
Yeah.
the final word from you. What's the music headspace today? How do you find it? If you have to summarize it in the shortest form.
In terms of me, or in terms of
In general.
In general.
In general.
I think the internet, social media has made things a lot easier. I think if I'm a kid with a guitar, I can put out music. Before there were gatekeepers, right? That doesn't exist anymore, and I think that's what a lot of people need, because it's easier to compete with somebody who's in the same box as you. But when someone has freedom is competition, right? So when someone's got the freedom to express themselves however they want, right? Suddenly that exists, and that's a reference point that you have to be cognizant of when you move forward. So I think it's the most exciting time to be in the music industry. I think in India for sure, and I just see an incredible future going forward.
That's lovely. Thank you guys so much for your time for this one. Thank you so much. Thank you.